I'm looking to talk with all of you buyers. So come here, let's have a little chat. It's Coffee with Kelly time. My guess is you have been told that it's a really hard market for buyers right now, and that interest rates are going to increase this year. So if you're going to get into the buyer market, you need to do so sooner than later. If that's what you've heard, that's all true. But there are some things that you can do to make this process easier for yourself. And I just want to go over 5 things with you. The first is, it is critical that as your first step, you talk to a local lender. I purposely use the word local. Why do I say that? Well, a couple of reasons. One is going through the loan process can actually be quite challenging and even a little bit intimidating. I mean, how many of us apply for a loan on a daily, weekly, annual basis? Not many, right? So it's a new process for most buyers, and having somebody that you can talk to who can walk you through that, help you understand the steps, will make your comfort level increase significantly. And the reason that the local part is important is that one of the first questions I get asked by many listing agents when submitting an offer is, who's the lender? Do you know them? Have you worked with them before? And are they local? It makes the listing agent feel a lot more comfortable if the answers to those questions are yes. And if you don't have a local lender, I'd be happy to recommend some to you that I have worked with, that my clients have been really happy with, and we can make that connection, so just let me know. But one of the other advantages is that that lender can then call the listing agent on your behalf and let them know just how solid you are financially and how ready you are to buy this house. The second thing that would help is to really understand what is your target budget. And of course, that will be one of the outputs of a conversation with a lender. But the reason that that's super important right now is, let's say your target budget is $550,000. You don't really want to be looking at houses that are just priced at $550,000. You want to look at homes that are priced a little lower so that you have some wiggle room to be competitive. So that if you see a home that is $500,000 and you need to put in an offer that's $525,000, that you have that extra $25,000 to do that. If you're already up at your cap, up at your max, you don't have a whole lot else to offer during that competitive situation. So shoot a little lower. The third is, the bigger your footprint, the more options you'll have. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've zoned in and said, I only want to look at houses in Brambleton, there's not going to be that many to look at, or it may take a little longer. But if you can expand that and say, I'm willing to look at homes all over Ashburn or all over Loudoun County, right, then you'll have a lot more options. Now, I do realize not everybody has that luxury. Not everybody has that option. And for some people, they need to be in a certain school district, or they need to be co-located in your family. But if you're able to expand your footprint, it just gives you more options. The fourth thing is that you should talk with your agent about what contingencies can you waive and what is the risk to you in doing so. And what I mean by that are things like the home inspection contingency, the appraisal contingency, your financing contingency in some cases. So have that conversation up front with your agent. Have them explain that to you so that you really understand it, so that when you find that house you want to put an offer on, you know which of those you are comfortable with to make your offer more competitive. And then the fifth thing is, you just need to have a little patience and a little humor. And those will absolutely help you to get through this 2022 buying process. So that's this week's Coffee with Kelly. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.